Good morning, everyone, all the way from Pennsylvania. How many of you out there are harsh on yourself and can be a little bit more kind? This is the topic that I wanted to talk about because many people are struggling with this. You're trying to change your habits, you're trying to improve your lives, but when things don't go your way, or sometimes you make a mistake or revert back to old habits, the first initial reaction is to beat ourselves up. But for me, I wanted to pull the wisdom from the monastery. How do we continue to develop ourselves and also be kind? And I wanted to share a few tips that can be helpful, the same way that the monks we train ourselves, that can be applied to your life and your situation. The first thing that I would say is take the concept of being a new monk. For us, we enter the monastery, some people at age 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and it does not matter how old you are, but when you ordain, you take on the robes, you become a monk and you take the vows, you're a monk, you're 1 day old. You're a brand new baby monk. You can be 40 years old, but in the spiritual life, you're 1 day old, and they're teaching you everything from the ground up again. In the monastery, when we come in, they teach us how to sit and sleep and eat and our intention. And I'm like, I've been doing this my whole life. I know how to walk, I know how to sit, but really for them is they're teaching us a different dimension, a different realm. So sometimes on this progress for myself, as I'm learning new things in the monastery, I'll mess up and I'm not good at it. Or my old habits will continue to repeat and I'm like, oh, what is wrong with me? But really the way to get around that, and our teaching monk, our mentor monks always remind us of how old are you? How long have you been doing this? And wow, you just been in the monastery. For our new monks, it's been 8 days. So take the pressure off yourself because you just been doing this recently. This is new and in a new context. So the tip that will be helpful for you is when you're on the path of changing a new habit, changing a new mindset, changing new thought, speech, or action, you mess up, you go back to old pattern, then remind yourself, how long have I been doing this? 2 months. You're a 2-month-old. How would you react to 2-month-olds? So in this case, just be very kind, very gentle, and then put it into its perspective. The second tip that I can give you is regarding monkhood. And a lot of people always ask me, Venerable Nick, how long will you be a monk? Will you be a monk for life? And for me, my answer is, I'm just taking it day by day. That's it. And we get so many people who come into the monastery and they get so excited. They want to train themselves, which is great. And they say, I want to live here my whole life. Yeah, and they're gone in 2 months. And it can be challenging. And the monk life, I always say, is simple but not easy. And for us, why do we say day to day? Is because it takes that pressure off. Don't worry about it. We don't know what can happen tomorrow. Genuinely, we don't know what can happen tomorrow. A pandemic can come, there can be a death, there can be anything and everything can happen. We don't know. So for us is, instead of putting that pressure on, just come back to today. Today, I will do my best to train my thought, speech, and action. The bad that I'm doing today, I will stop doing that. I will do more good, and then I will purify my mind with meditation. Simple, easy, and slowly and surely and step by step now. One day at a time. And for myself now, I've been in the monastery for 6 years and it just flew by so fast without even thinking about it. But how did I get to this point? And it really was taking that pressure off, just doing your best, being content, being grateful, and focused on today. The third thing that I want to leave you with is then understand that when we are developing our habits, is that it goes in a spiral. And why it goes in a spiral is because it needs to deepen. And sometimes we think we understand concepts, we think we understand theories, but no, we don't. And in Buddhism, in the monastery, we learn that over and over. And basic concepts of just cleaning and meditation and changing your speech and your thoughts and your intention, all these things that we're working on, there's a depth to it. And it needs to go deeper and deeper. And when you apply in different contexts, now you have more experience, and again, you can go deeper. An example of that can be meditation. Meditating in a meditation hall that has no noise, perfect weather, easy. A cushion that is supportive, easy. Then when we learn how to meditate, now we go into the forest. Now in the forest, there's bugs, there's construction, there's noise, there's wind. I don't have a comfortable cushion. There's no air conditioning. Now it's in a different context. And you get to learn, you get to deepen that wisdom, you get to deepen that practice. So for yourself, when you mess up or it feels like you mess up, just see it. That is an opportunity for you to learn in a different context. Now you're getting a more fuller approach, you're getting a more fuller practice. But these three things for me, I hope that can help you be more kind, be more patient, be more supportive to yourself as you're improving yourself, because this path, like monk life, not easy, and we need to take out some of the barriers and make it more fun, and just keep doing your best, keep sharing. If you fall, get up, keep going, and we can do this all together. But I hope this is helpful, and as always, sending you my blessings all the way from Pennsylvania. Satu everyone, take care.